we didn't stay in the same apartment.
But and for all intents and purposes, we really lived together because we were the strangers in a strange land.
That's right.
Oh, I remember you were like, you remember? I guess I bumped into you in a cafe. Probably.
No, actually, when it gets the camera here, I know how we met. So I'll tell the camera how.
Well,
we
you
met.
remember? I do too, but I just don't remember.
Okay.
I do remember the incident. But it's here.
Okay, it's actually through a common teacher. Actually, I'm here with I'm John OConnor. I'm here with Ted Kaptchuk. And we're reminiscing about how we met. Actually, we met in Macau in 1974. You had just left Hong Kong, where you were unsuccessful in finding a school.
Right.
Came to Macau. I met you through a common teacher, a language teacher that we had. Do you remember Mr. Guo?
He was my Chinese teacher.
He was your Chinese teacher from Burma. Do you remember?
Yeah.
He was like a head of a Chinese school in Burma, and he left because of the anti-Chinese riots in 1974, and he came up to Macau.
And he introduced us?
Yes, he knew. I met him, and he was giving me language lessons, and he said, "Oh, I have another student, and his name is Ted Kaptchuk, and he's the one who introduced us." And then this was like 1974.
I remember it was so strange seeing you translate. I remember you translating the Shanghai book.
Okay, now that happened afterwards.
I encouraged you to do that.
Right. What happened was you had, I think, run into Dan Benskey in Taiwan, who was there studying Chinese.
Right.
And then you came to Macau looking for a Chinese medical school.
Right.
And when you found the school through the Overseas Chinese Association, you then wrote to Dan
and said, "Come here."
And said, "Come here." And so that's how I met Dan. So this was like all in 1974.
And I'm trying to get one more thing. I remember that you were translating poetry.
No, I was
Literature.
there. I was waiting to get in just to write on the mainland.
Okay, so you were.
And it was impossible to get in. Remember?
And were you translating the Shanghai book before I met you?
No, the Shanghai book was published that year.
In '74.
In '74.
You already had translated?
No, it was
Chinese.
It was Chinese.
Oh, yeah, right.
Chinese. It was published.
Right. And then
when you and Dan started school there, we then took that book, and that's the book that we started to translate.
And why you picked that book?
Because it was the biggest book available.
It was the fattest book, right?
It was the fattest book.
And did you do most of your translating?
In the early stages, I did.
Stages.
And then the tougher stuff Dan picked up. Most of the classical passages and stuff he took. Yeah.
And also the Western medical stuff, I think you had to.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. But we thought we could do it in a year, and it ended up taking. Well, we ultimately published in 1981, so it took that long. But there were many things that happened in between.
But I'm trying to remember. I was always in awe that you were there. It was like, what is this person? Right? I guess it was like such a strange thing to see a Westerner sort of marooned in this place, right?
Well, I felt the same way about you.
And you were teaching English, right? To make
I was. That's right. You worked at my school.
I worked at your school.
Right. I started an English language school. A conversation.
It was Macau.
It was totally conversation and newspapers. Remember? And I think you had the introductory class. And maybe you also taught one of the newspaper classes.
I didn't teach the newspaper class.
You didn't, or maybe I taught the newspaper. I taught, you taught, and Dan.
Dan came
all three of us were teaching.
And do you know that one of our students is the chancellor of the University of Macau now?
Oh, you're kidding?
Yeah, he came to visit me at Harvard, and he was like, I remembered him. I was sitting there saying, and he said, I know you. And then we both in Macau. And he went to our
He
school.
went to the Chigo English American Teachers English Language School. Yeah, we had to get the American teacher in there too because a lot of people wanted to learn the American accent. Remember, they were tired of the British accent from Hong Kong. Yeah,
that's cool. That's really cool.
Very cool.
I remember.
And you were living with your godmother in Macau,
yeah.
right?
And she really liked you very much.
Yeah, well, who could not like her?
Well, who could? She liked you. She liked everyone. But she liked you because you had a good, even temper.
Yeah.
And what year did you leave her family?
I left in '75.
And where'd you go?
I came back to the U.S. and went to grad school and then to law school.
Law school,
right?
Where?
In Chicago, Loyola School of Law. Yeah.
Wow. In isolation, huh? What is the word? In exile.
Yeah. So it's been 32 years or so?
At least. Oh, thanks. We're done. We did it. That was it. I have some good food associations with you, and I can't remember what they were.
Well, Dan was a good cook. You remember he used to make that banana curry? And maybe that's, too, our common language teacher. And I'm thinking his name is Mr. Gao. By the way, he immigrated to the United States with his whole family, but he barely survived the trip. He died shortly after he got here, but his family did well.
I have a specific association with food in you, and I don't know what it is.
Well,
it was before even. That was a luxury item in those days, right? It was not rice. Anyways, I got to go to this talk, but I came by to just see to talk books, but I don't mind doing this reminiscing. And who's recording this?
CMRA, ChineseMedicineTours.com. Kind of a social website.
Oh, that's cool. Okay.
No, we don't sell Ted's book.
Ted's
book is published by a different publisher.
Different publisher.
Yeah, Ted's book was actually the first of our generation of books to be published.
No, I couldn't believe it.
79 or 80, maybe 80.
I don't remember what year. Is it? Yeah. I don't know if you guys got the Shanghai book out before me. I think you did. No, you did.
No.
I had the galleys.
Congdon and Weed, right?
Yeah, then it became
the publisher when you published.
Yeah, but I actually borrowed some of. I know that I quoted from it.
It's about the same time.
You know, but I may have. No, I'm probably using the Chinese then. We were ancient days. They're going to put these in the ancient document section, right? I got to go to my class. Nice to see you, John. Good to see you. Give my regards, okay? Okay, good. Good to see you. That was nice to have some remembrances.
Yeah.
I missed that part of the. We were younger, right?
I missed that part of Macau. Macau
Yeah.
is totally
unrecognizable
now.
I went back 2 or 3 years ago, and I brought my family, and I went to visit my godmother's grave, and I said, don't. This is great. I know everything. I got off the boat. It was like, I used to live on the waterfront. I said, I'll find my house. I went. They filled up the land, so I couldn't figure it. It was a Kentucky Fried Chicken in my house. I'll see you. Give my regards to everyone.
Thanks, Ted.